White House lawn for a straightener. What I do best. I'm very, very excited, very eager, very motivated.
Dana White surprised many fans when he revealed that Conor McGregor may actually be serious this time about making a return to the octagon.
He's talking nonstop, and he's like, I'm dead serious. I want this. I'm training. I'm back in the pool.
Fans usually roll their eyes every time McGregor hints at a comeback. However, according to the UFC president, the Irish superstar has been calling him constantly and promising full dedication. What makes it even more shocking is McGregor's ambition. He reportedly wants to headline a UFC event at the White House by 2026. The idea alone sounds unbelievable. Still, Conor has released training footage, announced his re-entry into the drug testing pool, and made it clear that he wants one final massive moment before stepping away from the sport for good. Even so, many fans remain skeptical. It has been more than 4 years since he suffered his devastating leg break. Between injuries, distractions, and sudden changes in direction, most people believed his fighting career was over, especially after he briefly shifted his focus elsewhere.
Who do you think ends up on that card, if you had to guess? Because I think this is the first time that Conor McGregor is... How many years has it been talk of him actually fighting, right?
Yeah, but
this is the first time he's back in the test.
At one point, McGregor even attempted to run for the presidency of Ireland. He had the confidence, the public platform, and plenty of media attention. But in the end, the effort fell apart. The rules required a certain level of political backing that he simply could not secure. Conor later admitted that stepping away from the race was a decision made together with his family, recognizing that the system made it nearly impossible for outsiders to succeed. While he exited the political scene, he had no intention of disappearing from public attention. Instead, he redirected his energy.
Back. Conor McGregor has officially withdrawn from the Irish presidential race. Dropping the news on social media, McGregor revealed it was a tough decision, but the right one for now. He confirmed the choice was made after deep conversations with his family, emphasizing this was an easy decision. While he's out of this race, he's not out of the game completely, hinting...
That change in focus makes a potential UFC return far more believable. With no political campaign to juggle, Conor can now dedicate himself entirely to training without outside pressure. And if there is one thing McGregor thrives on, it is being at the center of attention. The UFC has never maintained this level of global spotlight without him, and McGregor appears ready to reclaim that role. Of course, if Conor truly comes back, one fighter is already waiting at the front of the line, Michael Chandler. The American lightweight has openly said that he still feels unfinished business with McGregor. Years ago, the two coached against each other on The Ultimate Fighter, and a fight between them was expected shortly afterward.
Injuries and eventually McGregor's
Those plans eventually fell apart. Chandler continued moving forward, taking fights against Charles Oliveira and Paddy Pimblett, while staying ready for the moment McGregor might finally return.
I'm very happy that it's June. It was on in July, now it's a month earlier, even better. Bring it to April, why not? Let's celebrate the birthday early. I celebrate my birthday months in advance.
Possibly White House, Conor McGregor.
That's a definitely.
That's
for
awesome.
Sure, that's my event.
That is your event. That is.
People talk shit about Conor. I'm telling you, I've been in the fucking trenches with Conor. Conor is a guy that has fought injured. Conor is a guy that a fighter has fallen out, and we slid in a stylistically bad matchup for him. He doesn't care. He literally will fight anybody.
But does he care enough to actually make a fight right now? Like, is he actually, when's the last time he fought?
He and I have been talking nonstop, and he's like, I'm dead serious. I want this. I'm training. I'm back in the pool. I'm doing all the shit. So we'll see. We still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go till February, till we start making this card. So we'll see.
Chandler believes the timing could finally be right. He argues that no matchup makes more sense because of their shared history. He points out that they are the only pair of opposing coaches from that season of The Ultimate Fighter who never actually fought, which still feels unresolved. While Chandler remains realistic about the uncertainty that surrounds McGregor, he continues to express confidence.
Magnitude of the White House event itself.
He believes that if the event happens, it would be known as one of the biggest cards ever. Every fighter under contract would want a place on it, but Chandler insists he presents the least risk for the UFC. He has never pulled out of a fight, never missed weight, and always delivers action once the cage door closes.
going to start matchmaking until next year, but like, where's your head at in terms of your return to action?
You know, I think obviously that's a fight that I want. I want the White House. You know, first and foremost, I want the White House. Ideally, if it becomes Conor, that would be awesome. You know, obviously we have some animosity or some unfinished business. Once again, I just said there's not really animosity. I got respect for him. He's got respect for me, but we do have an unfinished business. And he has, expressed interest. You know, when he put out that meme of me and him, I guess you could call it a meme. It was AI. You know, it was me and him. You know, he's called me out on Twitter and said we have unfinished business, and we do. We have unfinished business. We would be the only fighters not to fight after the Ultimate Fighter who were in the same weight class.
Conor McGregor has always thrived on massive spectacles. He constantly pursues the brightest lights, the biggest paydays, and the fights that break records. That has always defined who he is, which is exactly why Chandler sees this event as a perfect fit for him. For Chandler, facing McGregor on the White House lawn would not only settle their rivalry, it would be historic. For a long time, McGregor's comeback talk felt like empty promises. But updates from his camp, combined with his decision to step away from politics and refocus on training, gave Chandler reason to believe again. And even if he does not end up fighting Conor, Chandler says he will compete on that card no matter what. He wants his name connected to it.
Conor and I, it makes sense. I did my job. I signed on the dotted line. I've still never pulled out of a fight, never missed weight. The most important thing about this White House card, and whether I am a shoe-in for it or not, when you're building a card of this magnitude, it's not necessarily even about putting on the best fight. It's about putting on the best fights that are the most reliable. Which fighters and which matchups, which marquee contests are going to happen on the White House lawn that have an almost virtual certainty of actually happening. In this crazy sport, there are no guarantees, but I'm about as sure as a guarantee as you possibly could be. Like I said, never missed weight, never pull out of a fight. And if I can walk to the octagon, if I can physically make it to the octagon, I'm showing up that octagon door is closing, and I'm putting on a show for the fans. I think we're closer now than we ever have been. I've always said, if you're a betting man, don't put money on him necessarily coming back, but now this changes things a lot. In my heart of hearts, I think I'm fighting Conor McGregor at the White House, and that sure does make a ton of sense for a multitude of reasons.
Conor McGregor's rumored to come back 2025. Do you think we'll see the same Conor McGregor return to the UFC?
No way.
I don't think so, no.
The same one? Never. Every time he's in front of a camera, he's 100 miles an hour. I don't know if we'll see him again, to be honest.
Definitely not. I don't think he's going to come back.
I don't even think we'll see him, really, because he's been pulled in every single direction.
He's a fake fighter. He fakes all the time to come back. What he is. Conor was on his prime, one of the best guys in the world, so, but now it's not his time. His time is gone.
Give $100 million to any fighter, you'll see a different one in the next fight.
I don't think so. He has so much money. I think the fire in the eyes he lost.
I believe we'll see him fight, and I still believe he's really good. I don't know if we'll ever see the same prime Conor.
You think if you had $100 million, you can pay the same in return?
You'd never see me again, bro.
Okay.
McGregor has always generated strong reactions, and Daniel Cormier recently reminded everyone just how deep the tension still runs between McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
After their infamous brawl in 2018,
Cormier refuses to even say Conor's name, instead referring to him simply as that guy, making it clear that the resentment is still there. He explained that during their rivalry, McGregor tried to frame everything as business, but Khabib made it clear that it was personal. Their feud was never just about championship belts. It involved family honor and cultural lines that McGregor had crossed, and for Khabib, defeating him brought deep satisfaction.
Really didn't like each other. That's sometimes you're like, oh, we just selling the fight, but it seemed that it was a little more to it. Like Khabib sincerely and genuinely did not like Conor.
He won't say his name still today. He still does not say his name.
Because of what he said about his religion and about his dad.
He still won't say his name. Last week he did an interview in New York. He says, this guy, he'll never say his name. He hates him. Dude, they're in the octagon and Conor goes, he whispers after the third round, after Khabib's, it's just business. Khabib goes, no it ain't.
Khabib has since retired from competition, turned down massive offers to return, and appears content with life away from the octagon.
Impact the Irishman has had. Love him or hate him, no one in...
Still, comparisons continue to surface whenever a new potential star emerges.
Poirier, the undefeated UFC champion, has been
nowhere near on the level of Conor McGregor. Let's be real. Stop it. Don't ever compare him to Conor.
Honestly, you walking out to his song, did you not know that was the song he always walks out to?
be honest, I never even seen this dude fight. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, I'm not worried about that guy at all. You know, it's crazy how, you know, things work, you know. I didn't even know who he was. When he seen me at the UFC, he came up and shook my hand and said, "What's up to me?" I didn't even know who he was, you know, but then I see him online talking about he'd knock me out and in the first round and this and that and this. Well, if you want to fight me, you had the opportunity to tell me like, "Hey man, I want to fight you. What's up?" Like, that's fake. You know, if I don't like somebody, if I want to fight them for whatever reason, I would have been like, "Hey, what's up, man? What you think about me and you fighting?" I'm not going to go hide behind, you know, the keyboard and things like that and then be like, "Oh, I knocked this dude out, this and that."
Whether McGregor moving forward. I certainly hope not.
McGregor is finally serious.
Coming back, bro. Conor's done. I saw Conor hit somebody the other day again. He be hitting random people now, man.
But isn't that indicative of him wanting to come back? He want to get back in there.
Sucker punching people.
With all that money, he's just hitting people. You know he got too much money because you know he's getting sued. He like, oh, million for you, million for you. Every time he feel like he want to hit somebody.
You don't think there's a chance for Conor to come back?
I think Michael Chandler getting beat on by Charles Oliveira the way he did makes it more likely that he would come back to fight Chandler. He can only fight the right guy, though. A guy that is really good and willing to stand and trade with him. Then he might be able to get in there and fight.
Plan to start matchmaking until February. McGregor truly makes it back into the cage or not.
Recently, boxing champion Terence Crawford heard talk comparing Ilia Topuria to a possible crossover fighter in the mold of McGregor. Crawford made it clear he does not agree. He openly stated that he knows very little about Topuria and has no interest in fighting him. When asked about the comparison, Crawford dismissed it completely, saying Topuria and McGregor are nothing alike. From his point of view, McGregor was a once-in-a-generation figure during his 2017 fight with Floyd Mayweather, creating money, attention, and global interest unlike anything the sport had seen before.